So
You
I'm gonna
don't know
set
what
this
you're
one
talking
out,
about.
man.
They need to
And
sit
then we get
down.
into the final part of this one. We call it Fitz Tape. We go through a lot of different things that happen throughout the week. And this week, Caleb Williams was told somebody in the locker room to clean the mess up. And I'm not sure how true it is, but it came out and they did put it out there and said he was in there trying to be bossy to the veteran guys that was in the locker room. Now, Fitz, I know we see a lot of things, but do you agree with a rookie already not even taking a snap in preseason in a game, talking to veterans and telling them to clean stuff up?
I, I'm a leadership guy, and
Right.
I fully believe that in order to be a leader, you got to walk it like you talk it, and it's a part of the little things. I played college football. I played at the Division III level, but I played college football. I've been in a locker room. First of all, you're a grown man. Clean up after yourself. That's nasty. Treat it like it's your house. You know what I'm saying? Your locker. Like, bro, when we were playing, like we had a standard. They was like your helmet had to be over here, your cleats had to be right there. If you had a clip on the inside, it had to be on the left and not the right, and the pads had to be on top, and all of these different things like that. Those different standards set you up for life, right? In the NFL, I know it's your job, and I know you're a millionaire, you're making buku money, and you got janitors and custodians and people that can clean up behind you. But first of all, pick up after yourself, because that's just common courtesy of humans, because don't nobody want no nasty locker room. Secondly, I don't know why people are upset at Caleb and attacking like now, the fingernails thing. That's neither here nor there. That has nothing to do with his leadership. It has nothing to do with him as a football player. What he chooses to do in his normal time is his business. But when it comes to someone trying to lead a team that had the number one overall pick, meaning that you were not good the previous season, and he's coming in and he's trying to set the tone. Now I get you gotta, earn your stripes and wait your turn and pay your dues. And like homie said in the video, like, oh, somebody in here that ain't never played a snap in it. I hear you, homie. I get it. I know what you're saying. What I'm saying is, y'all had the number one overall pick the year before. So whatever y'all was doing before, you need to flush all that anyway. So if you was nasty last year, you need to be cleanly. Cleanliness is next to godliness. All right. I'm gonna say that, number one. And also, cleanliness leads to little things being done correctly, which then translate out on the football field. If I can't trust you to pick up your jockstrap, to pick up your girdle, to pick up your knee pad off the floor, how can I trust you when it's 4th and 1 and you're the guard and I say down block on the nose guard so we can run power? How can I trust you in that situation? It translates. People always say, oh, none of this stuff really don't matter, but it does. Because when you get lazy in regular things, you get lazy out on the field. And laziness out on the field leads to losing, which leads to another year of being the number one overall pick. Now, if you want that, cool. But you're not going to be in the league very long. So I say, chill out on Caleb, man. Like, let's let him come in and lead the way. Now, if he comes out on the field and he playing like garbage, Caleb, you're going to have to sit down. So if you're going to talk the talk, you also got to walk the walk. That is another important part to this. I ain't tripping off of him saying pick up the trash, but he understands as the number one overall pick the amount of pressure that is sitting on his shoulders. People are expecting him to be a savior of the franchise, and it doesn't help when you have people like a C.J. Stroud for the Houston Texans, who was the number 2 overall pick last year, comes in and completely flips the culture around of that team, puts them in the playoffs. Like, it doesn't help. So now people are wanting the process sped up even more. They're like, all right, you was number 1, bro. Let's get this thing rolling. So that's my take on it. All you people out there that are listening, that are watching, absolutely put your take down in the comments of what you believe you feel about Caleb Williams in this situation, telling his teammates to pick up trash. But E, what you got?
Oh man, they're gonna tell you they hate it, and I'm with you on this too. Though this is me. I really feel like in that sense, if you're gonna lead and you're a rookie. I mean, it's not like you have time in. The first thing I want to see you do is you got to get your fingernails dirty with me. I mean, you proved that to me first.
Hey,
And
was that a fingernail joke, bro? Was you trying
yeah,
to do that?
yeah, you got to get your fingernails dirty, man. You got to get it dirty with me. I think honestly, like what you're doing, you're going to be a leader of the team. You're going to be the voice of the team anyway. Everybody's looking at you like that. But in the locker room, are you that guy that's going to be team friendly? That's what I'm looking at with Caleb. And I don't know if that rubbed the guy the wrong way or not. I don't know if it was just a banana peel or if it was a lot of garbage. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna lead the team, especially in the first year, you got to get down with me because Caleb's gonna have to lean on everybody. Like, no matter how talented that guy is, he's gonna lean on DJ Moore. He's gonna lean on Keenan Allen. I mean, Roma Dunze is gonna be Roma Dunze. He's a rookie just like him, but that offensive line more so is veterans, and the running back room with Swift is a veteran. So he's gonna have to lean on everybody to play their part, including him. So I feel like he should just get ready to just do the necessary things to win and not be selfish. If he is selfish in real life, I don't know him. I hope he's not. But that just shows right there to me that if you're not going to get dirty with him, I don't know if I want you as a leader, man, because there's going to be a time where DJ Moore dropped the ball for a touchdown. What you going to say to the press conference? You going to say DJ Moore fault, or you going to say, hey, this was mine. I was a bad throw. I was a little bit off. You let the media decide that. You got to make sure you stick up for your guys in that way because you're the leader of this football team, man. So go get your hands dirty, brother. Get your hands dirty.
Get them nails dirty, huh? Come
Get
on,
the
man.
nails dirty. Get the
And
nails
look, the thing about it is too is like we're in the media, so we know like, and I want to put this out here too. People are always talking about the media this and the media that. Like we can control narratives, but for the most part, at its core, our job is to tell the truth of what is really happening. And we know that in bigger markets, things are magnified. So he is in Chicago, as a top 5 market in the country. So any little thing he does, it's clickbait. It's going to be a conversation. Somebody probably ran that in their sportscast in Chicago. I'm sure somebody talked about that at some point. It was in a newscast. It was on social media. It was in somebody's web story. It was talked about. So it is magnified even more. If this happens in New Orleans, a smaller market pro team, if this happens in Jacksonville, it's probably not talked about as much. But if it happens in Dallas, if it happens in New York, if it happens in Chicago, if it happens in Philadelphia, it's going to be talked about. So I get why this is something to be a conversation. But at the end of the day, man, let homie be. You know what I'm saying? Let him lead. And then he's got to be able, like I said, to walk it as he's talking it. It's got to work hand in hand together. So as much as you telling him to pick the trash up, you better throw this out route, and it better hit him in the numbers. You know what I'm saying? If you telling him to pick up his girdle, you better not miss that the edge is coming off or the guy is blitzing off the edge, and to tell the offensive line to slide protect this way to protect your blind side. So it goes hand in hand. I'm not opposed to it. In fact, I actually like it because when you're coming in to a team that has a losing culture, the biggest thing that you have to do is shift it. Some people do it by easing their way in. Some people come in for shock value. Some people come in guns a blazing. If that's what it takes to win the Super Bowl and be hoisting the Lombardi at the end of the season, then that's what it takes. I mean, Ed Reed said it in an interview that he did with Joe Buck years ago with the Ravens when they won the Super Bowl when they played in New Orleans. He was talking about like y'all need to pick stuff up. Now, coming from a vet, coming from Ed Reed, a Hall of Famer, I get it. It's a completely different voice, but in the same thing, that goes to show you those little things matter. So the fact that he's trying to translate that so people can understand it, hey, it is what it is.